Don't forget to unwrap your profits in 2025. Stay in your sled for this video as I reveal Santa's naughty and nice list stocks you must watch into 2025. Stick around to the end for this video for your exclusive free trade alert. This could be your biggest gift of the season. Hey, I'm Scott, founder of Trade Alert HQ and professor at the Financial Freedom Academy. My goal is simple. On this channel, I work for you to take your trading and investing game to the next level. I'll give you real-time strategies and trade alerts to help you on your road to financial freedom. After leaving my corporate job in 2016, I've been trading stocks and crypto full-time while traveling all over the world. I'm here to pass along everything I've learned so you can skip the guesswork and start making winning moves right now. Every week, I'll bring you in-depth stock and crypto analysis, real-time buy and sell alerts, and answer any questions you have so you feel confident in every decision you make. So what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and join the Trade Alert HQ family. Your journey to the next level of financial freedom starts here. Let's dive right in and take a look at the market watch. Now, basically, Jerome Powell and the Fed ended up doing a quarter point cut. The market did not like that. However, I would say that was already priced in. The market was setting itself up for a pullback, and I'm going to explain how you can see this in advance. Let's dive right in here. So basically, the interest rate decision is out. Jerome Powell had his press conference, so that's done. But we want to keep an eye on initial jobless claims because we're seeing some early warning signs in the market that we need to pay attention to. For example, the jobs numbers. Now, I've said this over and over. We want to see that number. This is the United States initial jobless claims. This needs to stay below 260,000 to keep a recession off the table in the United States. As you can see, we rejected from that level earlier in the year. However, we came down to support. Right now, we actually have another spike in this, and we have SRSI crossing up, which is an early sign of continued momentum upwards. We also have RSI over 50 and poised up. That's not the best look, but we're still below 260K, so keep an eye on that. Now, jumping into the VIX, we got a huge spike in the VIX today. This actually happened after the interest rate decision and whatever Jerome Powell had to say at the press conference. Traders are now pricing in more risk in the markets, and this makes a lot of sense. I'll explain. We have SRSI up, meaning we could get more upside. RSI is up over 50. That's also poised up. So I'm going to turn this level, which was red, into orange because now it's not really resistance anymore. This R1 here is critical because above 20 is danger for the stock market, for volatility. Below 20, everything's fine. So right now we're above 20 and we've spiked up pretty high. Let's keep an eye on that, all right? Now, looking at the general stock market futures, S&P 500 futures. This thing's been just creeping up, slowly, and essentially it hit R1 around 61.27. Today it pulled back to support at about 59.30. We want to see if that level holds. It doesn't look like it's going to, but let's keep an eye on that. If that level fails, we can expect 57.15 downside. The ultimate downside target is here around 52.42. I don't think we're going to get that. Now, the upside target, if we make a move higher in the next year, which I anticipate we will, is 66.05. So keep that level on your chart. RSI is making lower highs. It needs to break over this trend line. SRSI needs to turn back up, okay, if we're going to get that move. Now I'm going to move really quick here because I'm going to cover a lot. Stay ahead of the game with real-time trade alerts. Hit subscribe and turn the notifications on so you're always the first to know about the latest stock and crypto moves. Your financial freedom is just one click away. Let's crush those gains together. Tesla, we had a trade alert back here at 150. And it basically broke out of this pattern, and I sold into this 886 here for over 100% gain. Of course, Tesla kept on going, right? And now it broke the previous all-time high. It is putting in a topping candle here on the weekly, but as long as Tesla holds above 416, it's bullish. If it breaks back below 416, we're going to come back down to test the 90 MA peak and possibly 305 support. Let's look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA is in this giant rising parallel channel here. I'd anticipate if we don't hold this level right here on the bottom side around 127, we'll probably come down here to 122. Longer term into the eventual stock market crash, I expect NVIDIA to come retest about the $75 level. Now that might be next year or it might be 2026. However, for now we're in an uptrend. If SRSI turns back up and RSI breaks up, NVIDIA will make moves up to these higher levels. Let's move on. Let's look at Apple. Apple, also at the top of this rising parallel channel. So it's no surprise if we pull back. Probably a good thing if we hold this 228 level, all right? SRSI way up, RSI making lower highs. Let's take a look at Palantir. Palantir, absolute skyrocket this year, up above the previous all-time high. It blew straight up here to this fib extension target, which is at 78. It's pulling back. That's not a big surprise here. I mean, it should pull back at least to 64, if not a full retrace to retest $45. If it holds 45, that'd be a great long setup, okay? Amazon, absolute beast. Look at this parallel channel. Shooting right up to the top of the parallel channel, fib extension at 233. This looks like a temporary top. I wouldn't be surprised, well, it's already pulling back, but it should test 216 and hold. If not, we could come all the way back and test about 187. SRSI up, RSI lower highs. MicroStrategy. This was a trade alert back here around 150. This thing shot way up to 547, okay? Now, it's holding this previous all-time high from the dot-com bubble back in 2000, right around 330, 331. I had this on the chart for a long time. Price will touch the 9 EMA. What does that mean? After a move like this, it comes back, tests the 9 EMA peak. If it holds, it's bullish. If it fails, we might consolidate some more. All right, let's move on. Let's look at Meta. Now, Meta's in a gigantic rising channel here. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4 touches. It's pulling back. It's above the 9 EMA. It looks like a long right around 580 on a hold. If that fails, we're looking at 547. And if that fails, eventually we could test the low side of the channel somewhere around 520. For now, we're okay, but RSI did reject. You need to see that break above this trend line. We need SRSI to turn back up. That's Meta, formerly Facebook. Let's look at Google. Okay, now Google came out with their announcement about how now they have this quantum computing chip. So the thing about it is, it boosted up on that news right into the top of this parallel channel and a high time frame resistance. So essentially, it's gonna hit the brakes around 195 to 200. It should pull back. And that said, RSI is making lower highs and SRSI is still up. So we could cool off here. It could probably pull back to like 176. A huge pullback would be around 148 if we got a deep correction. I don't really see that happening, but it is possible. And longer term, we're looking to make a move up here to about 220 in the top of this channel later in the next year. Let's take a look at the trade alert. Okay, this brings us to our trade alert. Now, before I get into this trade alert, it's important that you don't buy things when they've already blasted off, okay? For example, most of those charts I just covered, a lot of things have blasted off and made a big move. Now, the one thing is AMD, Advanced Micro, did a gigantic move and it pulled back here to a very nice support level. And that said, it's a trade alert here at support right around 120. If you see Advanced Micro hold 120, it's probably going to make a move back up to 140. Okay, we'll take it level to level. If you see it pull back deeper, the next level will be 110. That's another long setup. Treat it as a separate setup. Or if we get a really deep retrace, about $100 here would be a great long setup. Now, what do I anticipate? I anticipate price to chop around between 120, maybe a little lower, before SRSI curls back up and RSI puts in a positive divergence here. That means price is probably going to change direction and make a move back up. Take this level to level. If we get a huge move in the next year on stocks and crypto, I expect these higher levels like 160, 180, and maybe even back to the original high here, 224, to get hit. That might take, 6 months. So you have to have a little patience here, use risk management. And it's important to note here that the markets are cooling off. A quick look at Bitcoin. We're basically in this rising parallel channel on the daily chart. So, basically we hit 1, 2, 3, 4 tags, pulled back. I like Bitcoin if it comes back down to this 786 or the golden pocket. So somewhere around $98 to the bottom of the channel is actually $95. Should be a good re-entry if we get it, but we shouldn't be surprised the market's cooled off here. Not a big deal right now, but we do need to keep a very close eye on this VIX, because the last time the VIX was up like this in the alerts channel in the Financial Freedom Academy, basically it shot up about 270% within 1 day. If you don't know what the FFA is, check it out. The link's in the description. You get on the email list, you get free market reports every Wednesday, and we teach how to trade if that's something you're interested in, or we give buy and sell alerts each week. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Happy holidays. Thanks for watching. Your support drives this community. If this video brought you value, hit the like button and subscribe. Remember, here at Trade Alert HQ, you're the first to know about real-time trade alerts. We're growing fast and you are at the heart of it. I'm here working for you, so let's keep this momentum going. Your financial freedom starts here.